Absolutely delighted with the players and the way they're going about things, their energy, the speed of their counter-attack football, our pressing game. I know I keep talking about these things, but they're so evident in our performance just now. And the only disappointment for me was that it was only 4, because it could have been a lot more. But again, I have to stress it's all about the team, but there's always pivotal moments in games, and Joe Murphy's save at 2-0 was a huge save for us. And sometimes when you win 4-0, a goalkeeper's contribution is overlooked, but that was a massive save for ourselves today. And to go on, we've obviously been scoring a lot of goals of late, but a clean sheet today, and I thought that the 2 centre halves along with 2 full backs were magnificent today. And there's so many things to be pleased about in the performance, but I don't want to get carried away, because I think there's more to come. I thought we were good today, but I think we can even be better, and that's what excites me. At 3-0 up, I think because of last week's outcome, I thought we were a wee bit nervous at the start of the second half, and we didn't pass the ball with the fluency and the belief that we normally do. But then once we got the fourth, we settled into our stride again, and the remaining half hour of the game were terrific.
And in a way, it's a shame that there's no goal for Callum today, wasn't it?
I said to him at half time, he must realise just how good a player he is. He is an absolute handful, and he caused them problems all afternoon. I was just the way to make the substitution when he ran through, and the goalie saved on a 1-to-1 for him, and I was desperate for him to score, because his performance certainly merited that. But again, the 2 strikers, Leon getting another 2 today, Frank Musa's now on 3, Billy Daniels is now on 3, and we look like a team just now that has goals in the from other areas of the pitch. Cyrus in advanced areas, Blair in advanced. So we are looking exciting just now. But one of the most pleasing factors I think today was the clean sheet as well. Winning the game, they're vital with our predicament. There's no doubt we have to win games of football. But we won last week, and winning again today with a clean sheet was a step forward in the right direction.
And there were 4 good, well taken, well constructed, good goals, weren't they?
They were terrific. Andy, our kit man, came out and said he was, 20 minutes into the game, he couldn't believe we're 2-0 up. But it seems to be the story of ourselves just now. We're starting very aggressively, and that comes from the coaches in the warm-ups. I think that they're getting the boys in really good mindset prior to coming out, and they're starting the games in the correct manner. Again, our supporters, again, the 4-hour journey turned up in their numbers today, and I'm pleased. They obviously made the trip here last season, and unfortunately we didn't get the result. But today they can, enjoy the result on a long journey home.
And you mentioned Andy Webster. He looked a lot more comfortable at the back today, didn't he?
I thought he was exceptional today, and I'll be honest with you, there's a lot more to come from Andy. He's not had a great deal of football, but he was a huge influence on the game today. Jordan Clark alongside him, is playing at an incredible level just now, week in, week out. So really pleased with the 2 of them. But Andy, is going to prove to be a really good signing for us and give us real good strength and experience. We are a young team, and I understand why we were nervous at the beginning of the second half, because we don't have that experience. But week by week, the one thing about us just now is we're an exciting team, and that pleases me. We're playing the type of aggressive, fast football that I've been wanting to see for us, and the players deserve so much credit for that.
And I'm sure it's something you want, and something you probably expected, but Billy Daniels is going to make it hard for Carl to come back in a way, isn't it?
Well, his performances have been great, but as I've said, Carl was such an influence on this group. He was, the outstanding player of last season. He's been a terrific captain in the short period of time that I've come to the club, and the one good thing is that Billy has proved just how good a young player he is. I'm really pleased for that kid, because he works so hard, and he's making giant strides, and I think we've got a real player on our hand. But as I've said, we should never underestimate the influence of Carl Baker.
Chris Dunn's gone now. Does that allow you on this 1 in 1 out basis?
It does.
To go
it does. No, I'm not ready to go right now, and some of the targets that I had on my list have gone at this moment in time, and I want to ensure that I get the right one. With the way the players are performing, there's no rush. Of course, we need strength and depth, because there's another 40 plus games for this squad to see through, but when I bring them in, I have to ensure that they're the right players, and I want to take my time on that. Because I don't want to make mistakes. But the other pleasing factor was Manny when he came on. He's getting better all the time. He's still got a bit to go in terms of his fitness, but he's looking strong, and some of his skill was sensational.
Is he impatient?
He's going to have to be patient. He came to the club and he wasn't fit enough. And we've worked very hard, and he said himself he's never worked as hard in all his career, but that's good. He needs to get up to the levels, but just now, with the way Callum Wilson and Leon Clark are playing, it's going to be difficult to get in, and he'll have to be patient. But the one thing that means is when he does get in, he knows he has to play to the same level. So competition creates the performance, and I think that's vitally important. You can see that just now in Connor Thomas and John Fleck, who are again magnificent today. But we've got we've got Adam breathing down their neck. So the competition's vitally important.